where two teams look to take another step towards the Super Bowl. It's the Cowboys going up against the Giants. With that, we're off to the Meadowlands in a frigid MetLife Stadium, where we check in with Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
They come out here in the eye.
All right, here we go. Boom, Philly, here we go.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. Muscles him off. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL. And a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Now they try the right side here. Oh, nice move. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there. 63 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. New York set to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brad, wasn't that long ago that the guy playing that spot was an outside linebacker type of a guy? Now, as a defensive end, how about the speed that he used to get into the backfield and make the play?
And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue line. Over. On now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Back to throw here. Being chased out left. Call it a gain of 5. And just like that, it's 3rd down. So here's the starting 11, and the human highlight reel, Odell Beckham Jr., watch out for him.
One of the few guys in the league that gets you and I out of our hotel rooms early to get here for pregame warm-ups and watch him go through his routine. He's absolutely amazing catching the football.
So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs.
Detroit.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Let's go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They pick up 12 on the play there.
Right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Green 39. Green 39.
In motion comes the tight end left. Now a handoff here to his running back. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll drop to throw. He finds Beckham complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Gun! Hurry up!
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down.
Hurry up! Here we go!
Looking to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Over the middle to Beckham. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. His throw caught right around the 6. And he will take it all in for a giant touchdown. Odell Beckham, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Now, these are not going to be easy on a cold, snowy night, but this one is up and through. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. They come out here in the eye. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Big sack on 2nd down. Now the offense needs to convert here on 3rd. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. That's pulled in at the 32. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Garden. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Caught left side, it's Beckham. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
They'll set up to throw. He finds Beckham complete. A gain of 7, and they pick up the 1st.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage, look defensively. Now they'll run it on the taunts. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Play clock winding down. Ben back, and who's going to call a timeout? They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So what will they do? On the ground, through the air, let's see. 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. From the left side, it's complete. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
All right, it's football 101 to know that the quarterback controls just about everything on offense, but a lot of times what gets missed is that the center controls line play. He has to communicate to the guards and the tackles what type of front they're facing, how they're going to block it, and what adjustments need to be made sometimes on the fly as a defense will shift. Give the center a lot of credit because for the most part, he's got big defensive linemen over his face all game long that he's got to try and block and protect his quarterback and create space for his runner. In this case, he did a really nice job of communicating and executing.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A great play there. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Giants have taken the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
2nd and just 1. They come out here in the eye. Back to throw here. They'll roll him out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit. And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Here we go.
They're going to try and throw. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Brandon, there's no doubt the defense has to be excited after stacking up back-to-back running plays. But I still remember my old coaches saying, after you've had
nowhere to go here, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 20, 10. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. It gives some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And the Giants ready to come out now. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. To go here on 2nd down.
Here we go now. Gun. No. Check. Patriot.
Now they'll run it on the toss. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
You almost hear the wheels turning all the way up here. Do I go out of bounds? Do I put my head down and try and gain additional yardage? In this situation, I probably would have put my head down and just tried to get upfield. Going out of bounds did them no good, and they lost additional yardage.
And it looks like this will likely be the last play before we hit the 2-minute warning.
Let's see if they can sneak one more good play in before the 2-minute signal.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. Touchdown, Giants! Odell Beckham with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Giants have broken our tie as they take the lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And now here come the Cowboys. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence. When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Offense in a good spot here, 2nd and 2. Now back to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on third down. He'll drop to throw. Backing up. Escaping the pressure right. On the run. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They go play action here on first down. Rolling to his right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store.
All right, here we go.
They'll come out in the pistol. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion.
Single receiver. Now let's go.
They're going to look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the Giants send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And taken right on the 30. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will come back onto the field with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. His pass caught at the 4. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
They'll look to throw here. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And New York set to take the field. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
And tough starting field position here. Now a handoff looking right. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. So we've come upon half. Hey, Charles, you give me water. Jeez, Chuck, they cut off the halftime show again. Quicker than anticipated, ready for the start of the second half. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up. And we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And some room to work. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage.
But I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game. Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Still 9 yards to go on third down. They'll set up a throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
offense still needing 10 yards. Second down.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And now it's third down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, look, credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Detroit! Detroit!
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So third and medium here, third and 5.
All right, now look at 56. Let's go. 56.
Out of the gun. They'll nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Now they try the right side here. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there. Now a handoff looking right. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down.
All right, here we go. Detroit! Detroit! Back 99 Philly, here we go.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result, because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move to influence the defensive front to go in that direction and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him, sat there waiting for him and made the play.
And the tight end goes in motion left. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Steps away. Now he'll let it go up, and that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. 65 yards. And the Giants have broken our tie as they take the lead. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the score.
And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They come out here in the eye. Now back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And now off to the races, down the right side. A big play there on the catch and run. 83 yards.
That was a nice pickup, some chunk yardage there. Some of those big yards downfield with a little bit of wrap thrown in there, a little run after catch. And it came on a crossing route.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. A great play there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. He's got it. This thing's turning a bit wild here. We're tied at 28. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. 1st level defensive line, 2nd level linebackers, 3rd level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a 1st level run, and it was stopped by a 2nd level player.
2nd down, and the offense in search of 6 yards. Back to throw here. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Possible run anticipation here. And with the play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
All right, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from toting the rock that much.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Back now here on EA Sports. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. They find some open field here. Yeah, that right there will set them back a bit on the offensive holding penalty.
And you know who you want to pressure after a penalty like that? The guy who just committed the foul. You want to see if he's going to keep his head down or if he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And now with a play clock winding down, Ben McAdoo's going to call a timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. And he motions the wide receiver. They'll throw here out of the gun. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
And the offense looking to pick up the 1st down after the 2nd down incompletion.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. The Trapper.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. They chalked that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving Day. You know, when we get together this year and the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like. Like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll look to throw here on first down. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Giants. Their dangerous wide receiver, 32 yards. And the Giants have broken our tie as they take the lead. It's up and good, and they've jumped back ahead, 35-28. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They come out here in the eye. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Love the call by the offensive coordinator, recognizing the situation very well, calling for the play-action pass, and completing it.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time. And that's another great play to come away with the football.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Set. Green. Over. No. Check.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Second down, 8. Shift together here from the D-line.
Now let's go. Green, 39. Green.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. That will be their third and final stoppage as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining.
I spy a couple of extra defensive backs on the field for Dallas.
Cowboys in the dime on third. They're going to look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. They come out here in the eye. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. They'll look to throw.
But that certainly felt like an example.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And now out come the Giants. So the D-line's going to spread out.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back one-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Time is starting to run out, really becoming a factor. We'll see if the defense can get the stop they need to get the ball back to the offense.
Check. Patriot. Blue, landing. Gun. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Set. Leopard.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's got room. Look at this spin.
Balance.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Fresh set of downs here.
Watch left. Stop right there.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. And on the ground they go with a running back. It's a loss of and now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's got some space here. Cuts right. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. And the lead is up to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And a nice gain at 21 yards. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Let's go!
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Wide open receiver complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 23 yards on the play. And now a first down following that long gain. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out till you run.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up fourth down.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward, back towards the receiver, and have a chance.
And now before they run this fourth down play, we're going to get a timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. One receiver left, three to the right. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Giants are close to finishing off this football game. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. Only one timeout defensively, so this should just be a simple kneel down.
I agree totally. I looked at my time management chart. It says take a knee, victory formation. They just have one timeout left, and that should be all she wrote.
By the way, it's a good thing you can read that because nobody else can.
Not with my chicken scratch, not at all.
A gain of 3, second down.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
Their coaching staff, they were pretty adamant beginning of the year. Our goal is to get to the Super Bowl. Well, they made it to the playoffs. That's part one, but they fall a little bit short.
And to me, once again, it exemplifies just how difficult it is to not just make the playoffs, but to win games in the playoffs. So you can set your goals high, but if anything is off during that time, you have some key injuries or you just don't play well, you get a bad matchup where that team just has better strength than you in certain areas, this is how it ends. So I don't think it's a total loss of this.